So today I'll be showing how to build a custom connector. So it's more of like why I built a custom connector and for what purpose I built it. And since my introduction was already given, so I am Hemantika Mitra, and I am an engineering student from Siliguri, India, and I am also a Microsoft student ambassador. And it's been 4 months since I started with Power Platform, and since then it has been a great journey so far, and I have been learning and building stuffs all the way along. So we today we'll be seeing how to build those custom connectors, and basically we will be building those using APIs. So yeah, the second point, that is integrating third-party APIs, will be included. And let's see, the prerequisites are very common. That is, of course, we'll be needing an Office 365 subscription, and it's advisable to have the Postman desktop app because the web version is sometimes faulty. And the third and the most obvious one is to sign in to make.powerapps.com. And okay, so what are connectors? In simple or in layman's term, we can consider a connector to be a bridge between some underlying service and the Power Platform, which is connected via API. So API, again, it helps us in connecting two or more services. And we know that the REST APIs, they give us a lot of methods, that is get, post, and so on. So depending upon which API we are using, we will be choosing the method that we are doing. And at present, there are nearly 400 or 375 plus connectors in Power Platform. And I think that this makes technology a great place, because there are certain connectors which I was really shocked to find out that they are present in Power Platform. And some of my favorites are Twilio, since I use it a lot to send SMS and other notifications, and of course GitHub, and that is we have Google Sheet and other connectors as well. But now the question comes, that is, if we are trying to build something and our custom connector, or the connector that we want to integrate in our Power App, or maybe the solution that we are trying to build, is not present. So this is when we build a custom connector, or we build our own connector that fits to our need. So for those who have already was present in my last session, will be repetitive, so I won't be going there. But a short brief of that is, since I built a solution for the Ministry of Power in a hackathon, that was to predict flood, and to send it to to send the notifications to for public awareness in Hadal project. So for that we needed to use a lot of that is a bit of ML stuff, and we also needed to have data for forecasting. So I thought that, and I also made a dashboard using the Power Platform. And then I thought that since I was doing the forecasting part using Python, so why don't I see if it's present in Power Apps? So for that, or if it is present in the Power Platform connector. So for that, I saw that we have a weather connector, but for me, the need of the hour was something that it helps us to forecast, because here we will be doing the early prediction of floods. So we need the early prediction of weather, that is approximately 3 to 7 days previous or after data, so that we know that after a period of time there will be this much level of precipitation, this much chances of snowfall, this much chances of rainfall. Only then we will be able to model a data and then predict the chances of flood. So this was when I came across and I came across a tutorial by April Dunham, and it was from Powerful Dev conference, where she taught us how to use a custom connector, and I followed the steps that she mentioned, and we did the same. So this openweathermap.org, this is where I took the API from. And once I signed in, I read the API documentation to see what do we need. And then once we saw, I found out that the API they are providing for free, it helps us 60 calls per month. So I took the free subscription, and then to move ahead, I went to the make.powerapps.com, and in the left, we went to the custom connectors option. And since I had already prepared one, so and here I'll be showing what are the steps that I follow to prepare the same. So from the plus option to create a new custom connector, I chose to create from blank, and I gave it a particular name. It may be weather or weather forecast. And here to identify the connector that I'm going to build, I had given a weather forecast image and a background color. If needed, we can change it or keep it as same, and a small description of what this is going to do, since this connector will help us to return the data of a particular city. And here we can, it's not only restricted to India, it can be any city divide of any country. So that's what I did. And in the host, since the scheme was already selected as HTTPS, so the host, that is basically the site from where I took the weather data, that is openweathermap.org. I selected that and pasted it in my host, and that's basically what I did in the general page. And when I move to next, here for the authentication type, and once I had signed in to Open Weather Map, I was provided an API ID or key, and everyone who is using this will be needing their own API key. So I chose the authentication type as API key, filled in the following boxes, and the next part, that is the action part, which is the main part where the entire thing was going on. So this is where the first part is general, and here we just need to give a summary of what we were doing, and the description, that is it returns the weather forecast or the weather data of a particular city for a particular country. And here it can return only the data of one city at a time. And once this is done, for operation ID, we need to choose what is the key that recognizes this particular API or the connectors. So for me, it was the city, since we need to give the city name of which or the city name of which the data weather forecast we need to see. So I mentioned city, or we can also mention it as place and give it as important. And next for the request, that is here we need to choose the type of method. So since we are getting the data, so here the method will be get. And basically, since I had already tested, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry for that. Let me just, okay, so back to this again. So in Postman, I pasted my API key along API and along with the key and the place that I was looking for. That is here, it's Jalpaiguri, India. And once I paste the URL and the method, that is get, since here we are getting the data, that is the weather data. So once it has been imported successfully, it will show us the query that we are importing. That is Q here. It stands for a city, and app ID, this stands for the API key or API ID. And next, for the response, we will again go back to Postman, and here we can either choose the JSON file as already there, or we can take the raw file, and then basically we just need to copy and paste it and not write any lines of code. And once it is imported successfully, and if we click on it, we'll see all that it will return, that is pressure, name, time zone, visibility, description, and so on and so forth. And once this all steps are done, we need to do the final step, that is we need to create the connector. This takes some moments to create, and once it is created, it will move back to our original screen, or the place where we created our custom connector from. And since here we keep the API ID selected or copied, because when we are testing it, we will be needing that, because we had chosen the API key as the authorization to start a new connection. So to start the new connection, I'll paste the key that I had just copied, and once it is copied or once it has the connection is made, it will redirect me to the custom connectors page, and then again I'll be needing to click on the connector that I just made to test if it is working fine. So I'll go back to my connector, and then on the pencil icon which shows edit, I'll click on it, and the final and the fourth step, that is to test it. So since I had given my API key, so the connection is already selected, and here Q, it stands for city. So here we'll mention the name of the place, that is Jalpaiguri, comma the country code, that is India. So once this is tested successfully, it will show a status 200, and we can see the body, that is what it is returning back, that is the longitude, latitude, whether light, whether there are chances of rain, and if the rain is heavy or light, so on. And it also gives back a lot of things. So depending upon what we are using, we can take up the data and then filter it. Now once this is done, the final step, that is to what if we are trying to include this in our app. So for that, it's nothing new. Here we'll just go to create a new app and just a new canvas app. So once this canvas app is created, this takes a lot less of time, and from the tree view we'll go to data, and here we can either search weather, or in the connectors option we can scroll down to see if a connector is available. So we see that our weather connector and the weather forecast connector, which was my previous that I made, is available, and then we can include it in our app, and then it's ready to use. So this is how I made the weather forecast connector for my own problem, that was to predict the rainfall or the predict flood in Hadr projects. So this is how I made this connector quite easily without any lines of code. So that was it, a very small demo, or you can say a very small description of how I solved the problem. And I'll be really glad to have feedback from all of you, since I'm just learning and it will help me get better with every day. So in case you are interested, and since we're running behind of time as well, thank you for having me here, and these are my social media profiles. It will be great to get connected and learn from all the wonderful people here. That's it. Thank you for having me.